Oh,
Yuki.
nice pass from Yuki to Castleton, who lays it in. Oh, he is dropping dimes all.
Did you see Yuki Kawamura's game-winning play? It's blowing up on social media right now. This guy came out of nowhere and just lit up the G League. I'm talking about a crazy double-double performance that had everyone in the arena on their feet. You won't believe the moves he pulled off in those final seconds. Let's break it down and see why everyone's calling this the birth of Yuki Mania. You know what's wild? A month ago, nobody knew Yuki's name. Now he's all over basketball Twitter. This guy came out of nowhere and took the G League by storm.
Kawamura gets trapped, but finds Castleton back door. Third team All-League last year, playing for Mexico City. Williamson to answer, and he does.
But let's talk about where Yuki came from. Imagine being a 5 or 10 inches guard from Japan, trying to make it in a league full of giants. That's Yuki's reality. But here's the thing, Yuki wasn't just fighting for playing time. He was fighting against everyone who said he was too small. The odds were stacked against him from day one. I watched his first few games, and man, it was rough. Turnovers left and right, air balls that made you cringe, and defenders just bodying him on every play.
Kawamura out to Norris, looking for two in a row, and he got it. Robert Woodard, the second into the game. Woodard got that haircut down a little bit. Here he goes to the rim and lays it up and in.
It looked like his dream might end before it even started. You're probably thinking, so how did he turn it around? Well, that's where it gets interesting. Yuki didn't give up. Instead, he doubled down. He started putting in crazy hours in the gym. We're talking 5 a.m. shooting sessions, studying film until midnight. This guy was obsessed with getting better. His teammates noticed. His coach noticed. Yuki was always the first one in and the last one out. He was asking veterans for advice, working on his handles, and practicing his shot until his arms felt like they were going to fall off. And then, boom, Yuki gets a shot in a big game. The coach puts him in during a tight fourth quarter. Everyone's holding their breath, wondering if this little guy from Japan can handle the pressure. And you know what? Yuki lights it up. He's weaving through defenders like they're standing still. Next thing you know, he's dropping dimes like a veteran point guard and nailing clutch threes. It's like someone flipped a switch. Suddenly, Yuki's not just hanging with the big boys, he's schooling them. His speed and agility are off the charts. He's making passes that have people rubbing their eyes in disbelief. And when the game's on the line, Yuki wants the ball. He's fearless. From that game on, Yuki's been on a tear. He's proving that heart and hard work can overcome any physical disadvantage. And now he's the guy everyone's talking about, the underdog who's become a G League sensation. And trust me, this is just the beginning of Yuki's story. Yuki's story was just beginning, but nobody could have predicted what happened next. Have you ever seen a player completely flip the script in a single game? Because that's exactly what Yuki did against the top team in the G League. This game was make or break for Yuki. His team was up against the Memphis Hustle, one of the best squads in the league. Talk about pressure. The first quarter starts, and Yuki's looking shaky. He's missing shots left and right. His passes are all over the place. The crowd's getting restless, and you can feel the tension in the air. Things go from bad to worse. Yuki's team falls behind by 15 points. The coach is giving him that look. You know the one. It's the "I'm about to bench you" look. But then, out of nowhere, something clicks in Yuki's head. Suddenly, Yuki's playing like he's possessed. He's threading passes through gaps that shouldn't even exist. It's like he's seeing the court in slow motion while everyone else is stuck at normal speed. The energy in the arena starts to shift. You can feel it in your bones. Everyone's on their feet, eyes glued to this undersized rookie who's suddenly playing like a seasoned pro. With just 2 minutes left on the clock, Yuki's team is still down by 5. That's when he goes into superhuman mode. He nails a deep three-pointer that has the crowd roaring, but he's not done. Next play, he gets a steal and drives to the hoop. And he sinks the free throw. And just like that, it's a tie game. The arena is going absolutely wild. People are losing their minds. The commentators are shouting, "Yuki Mania has entered the building." Nobody can believe what they're seeing from this 5'10" inches guard who was struggling just minutes ago. It's like watching a movie, but it's happening right in front of our eyes. Yuki's transformed from an underdog fighting for his spot to a game changer who's got everyone on the edge of their seats. And the craziest part? This is just the beginning of what Yuki has in store for us. Remember how I said this was just the beginning? Well, hold on to your seats, because Yuki's about to take us on a wild ride. Picture this. 10 seconds left, tie game, and the ball's in Yuki's hands. What happens next is the stuff of legends. The clock's ticking down, and Yuki's at the top of the key. The defense is all over him like white on rice. They're not taking any chances with this guy anymore. A double team is coming fast. And you're thinking, what's Yuki gonna do now? But Yuki, he's seeing things nobody else can. In a split second, he spots a gap that shouldn't even exist. And then, bam, he throws this ridiculous no-look pass to the corner. It's like he's got eyes in the back of his head or something. His teammate snags the ball, and the crowd's going nuts. The guy pump fakes, gets his defender in the air, and drives hard to the hoop. The whole defense collapses on him like a house of cards. And just like that, the ball's back in Yuki's hands with only 1 second left on the clock. Yuki's got no choice. He's got to shoot. The entire arena goes dead silent. You could hear a pin drop. It's like time slows down to a crawl. Everyone's holding their breath, eyes glued to Yuki. He rises up, smooth as silk. The defenders are all over him, but it doesn't matter. Yuki's in the zone. He releases the ball just as the buzzer blares. The ball arcs through the air, and it feels like it's up there forever. Then, swish. Nothing but net. The crowd erupts like a volcano. Game over. Yuki's team wins by 2. The place goes absolutely bonkers. People are jumping, screaming, hugging complete strangers. It's pure chaos. Yuki's teammates mob him on the court. They're lifting him up like he just won the championship. And Yuki, he's got this huge grin on his face, soaking it all in. This kid, who nobody knew a month ago, just hit a game winner against the top team in the G League. It's not just a win, it's a statement. Yuki Kawamura isn't just here to play. He's here to dominate. And he's just getting started. And he's just getting started. You better believe it. That game-winning shot, it's not even the craziest part of Yuki's night. Imagine dropping a triple-double so casually that it almost gets overlooked in all the last-second drama. Let's break down Yuki's insane stat line. 22 points, 11 assists, and 10 rebounds. That's right, a triple-double in the G League as a rookie. And get this, it's not just a one-time thing. This is Yuki's 3rd double-double in a row. The kid's on a tear, putting up numbers that have people's jaws on the floor. You know what's wild? A month ago, nobody knew Yuki's name. Now, people are throwing around NBA comparisons left and right. They're saying he could be the next big thing in basketball. It's like watching a star being born right before our eyes. And it's not just the fans going crazy. Yuki's jersey sales are skyrocketing. Kids in Japan are staying up all night just to watch his games. Can you imagine? A whole country rallying behind this 5 to 10 inches guard who's taken the G League by storm. But here's where it gets really interesting. NBA scouts are suddenly showing up to every single game. They're not trying to be subtle about it either. These guys are front and center, notepads out, eyes glued to Yuki's every move. And you know the GMs are burning up the phone lines, trying to figure out how they can get this kid on their team. It's like Yuki flipped a switch and went from unknown to can't miss prospect overnight. 1 week he's fighting for playing time. The next, he's the talk of the basketball world. But here's the million-dollar question everyone's asking. Can Yuki keep this up? Is this for real, or is he just on a hot streak? I mean, the numbers don't lie. Yuki's averaging 22 points, 11 assists, and 10 rebounds over his last 5 games. That's not just good, that's elite level production. But the G League is tough, and the competition is only going to get fiercer as teams start to game plan for him. One thing's for sure, all eyes are on Yuki Kawamura. Whether he's the real deal or just catching lightning in a bottle, he's got the basketball world buzzing. And if he keeps playing like this, well, let's just say the NBA might come calling sooner rather than later. Yuki Kawamura isn't just changing games, he's changing how we think about basketball. This 5'10" inches guard from Japan is proving that size doesn't always matter. He's showing us that with hard work and determination, anything is possible on the court. You know what's wild? We might be watching the birth of the next international superstar. Yuki's gone from unknown rookie to G League sensation in a matter of weeks. His triple doubles, game-winning shots, and highlight reel passes are making waves across the basketball world. But here's the big question, is Yuki the real deal or just on a hot streak? Can he keep up this insane level of play? Only time will tell. But one thing's for sure, all eyes are on Yuki Kawamura. This kid's story is far from over, and I can't wait to see what he does next.